Welcome to the Rowan Country podcast in English, brought to you by the Tourist Office of the Pontivy region. Today, Sharon tells us about her discovery of the town and the castle.
Pontivy has a castle. Hello, I'm Sharon, the Englishwoman who sells the train and bus tickets in the tourist office shop in Pontivy. It's just opposite the tourist office barge, the Duchess Anne. I've been visiting Pontivy for nearly 20 years, but would you believe that the first few times I visited, I was totally unaware of the existence of the castle? I know, it's enormous. At the same time, a fairy tale turreted castle and one of strong military bearing. So how is it possible that I missed it? Well, we have to go back to Christmas of 2001. We, and when I say we, I mean a family group of 11 of us, rented a sheet just south of Pontivy. And as we like to visit a town on market day when it's lively and there are local products to admire and buy. In Pontivy, that's Monday morning, by the way. Try out the local bars and restaurants, and Pontivy scores well here too. Walk along the river. It's the Blave that passes through on its way to Lorient, or the canal. The Nantes-to-Brest Canal wouldn't exist except for Pontivy, but that's another story. So Pontivy had plenty of attractions for the winter tourist. I suppose it was partly due to the fact that we came in from the south and parked in the big Napoleonic square, La Plaine, where the market is. We went into town, admired the old half-timbered buildings all around the Place du Martre, and bought souvenirs in the little independent shops of the Rue du Fil, and of course ate and drank. It was Christmas after all. But completely missed the tourist office. It was at the castle at the time, and hence the castle too. Then, in 2004, we bought a holiday home not far from Pontivy, but to the north. We visited a lot as we worked in education, so we had the school holidays, and we were only about 20 minutes away from Pontivy. And, like I said, plenty to do and see. When it was exactly, I don't know, but I do remember one day as we approached in the car alongside the canal, I glanced to the left, and there suddenly was this magnificent, beautiful castle, stunning even. And there came the stupid question, has that always been there? Well, not always, but since the end of the 15th century anyway, as I now know, and built by a family that ruled the area for centuries, the Dukes of Rohan, R-O-H-A-N, Rohan, like the pretty little town just a few miles down the canal from here. Unfortunately though, as is so often the case when you have places on the doorstep, you neglect to visit them as a tourist. Or at least that's true for me, and so we never did. What a pity we didn't find the time to visit the castle, because in 2014, shortly after we'd moved here, Storm Petra managed to cause one of the castle walls to collapse. The castle was a victim of its own defensive success. I wonder if you know why. Anyway, that's the bad news. The good news is that the castle wall has been repaired, and although not fully open to the public, you can walk around the outside or go on one of the summer-guided tours of the interior courtyard. Now, I have to admit that I would have said that wasn't my type of thing, but I have such enthusiastic colleagues who've shared their extensive knowledge of Pontivy's past, which includes in fact so many British influences from its very beginnings, and the reason it's called Pontivy, through the long reign of the Dukes of Rohan, right through to Napoleon's influence in the 19th century. So if you want to find out a bit more about this great and important town and its castle, you know where to find us. And I get to come here and work every day. What luck!